Hi everyone. Today's What Sold video is going to be the items that sold across three marketplaces over the course of June 15th through June 21st, 2025. We didn't have any sales on Mercari that week, but we did have some on Poshmark and eBay. So we're going to start on eBay. We sold this new with tags Michael Kors top. This sold as part of that 30% off sale that we ran during Father's Day, and it sold for $13.86. Next was a pair of J. Jill Ponte pants, and they were a size 1X, and they also sold on the 30% discount for $17.50. A Victoria's Secret 90. We've had this for listed for a bit, so I was glad to get that sold. It sold for $12.60. This was like a style-based pickup, and I was able to get it out of the Goodwill bins in the ladies lingerie bin, or no, just ladies bin for like $1.99. So even though it sold for not much, it was still a decent little lightweight pickup, and it sold for $10. This was a dress that I had gotten at Goodwill, but I also wore it a few times. So I got some use out of it. We only profited about $1 something off of it. But again, I was able to wear it some and then sell it and get a, a buck or two. It sold for $9. It was just Walmart brand. That's why I wasn't really able to ask much for it. This I've also had for quite a while. It sold like years ago in a bundle of like four items, and then I wasn't able to find them because we were rearranging our inventory room and where we kept our items and how we kept our items. And I hated doing it. I hated canceling that. It was on Poshmark, but I did get these relisted a while ago, and this finally sold for $15. And lastly was this Victoria's Secret bra, and it sold for $20. I love when bras sell for this much because I get them for like 99 cents at Goodwill. So they're one of my best sellers. And I've been selling Victoria's Secret bras for about 15 years now. I think it's almost 15 years on eBay. So this was great. Our total profit on eBay for the third week of June was $55.97. And now we're going to move to Poshmark. Poshmark, for some reason, is not allowing me to open up sold items in a new tab. I don't know if that's some new different feature of theirs. I don't understand why it would be a feature. It seems like a big inconvenience. So it is kind of difficult when I'm like going to take something off of a flip and delist it or add it to our inventory sheet here, because I had to click on each individual item, but I don't know why that's going on. So I am not able to pull up every single item for you guys, but you will be able to see here what sold that week and for how much. We have a Talbot shirt. This was an item that my mom had given us to sell for her, and it sold for $12. A Vermont Country Store two-piece pajama set sold for 24. I do have a lot of these still left, these Vermont Country Store items. I have a few back here that I have to list this week. I'm hoping that once the colder weather hits, some of those warmer Vermont Country Store items will sell and for hopefully more money. Right now, I'm getting about 20-ish to maybe $30 for them, the lightweight summer items, but I'm thinking that the warmer items will start selling once fall hits for a little more. We used to be able to get about 30 to 50 for some of those warmer items, so I'll be happy when the colder weather comes in. Next was this men's Ralph Lauren shirt, and it was new with tags. It sold for $24. A logo by Lori Goldstein top. This was an item that we picked up in that from that wholesaler, and it sold for $14. Another Vermont Country Store item. This sold outright to a buyer for $30. This was one of the items that I had scheduled to drop. Like, I just mentioned I'm doing dropped items now, and that way I have items listing every single day. I try to do about 5 to 7-ish items dropping every day so that we're always having new inventory in Poshmark. And this was an item that sold like I want to say it was not even a couple hours after it dropped. So that was really exciting. A pair of Torrid boyfriend style jeans. These were also a newer item we had listed. I'm starting to list my Torrid jeans for a lot less. I used to list them for 30. Now I'm starting them off at about 25, and they sold for $22. And lastly, these Vans that we've had listed for like ever, and they sold outright for $25. And I always love an outright sale. People don't send an offer, they just go ahead and buy it. That's really fun. And our total profit on Poshmark for this third week of June was $96.29. Altogether, between Poshmark and eBay, we profited $152.26, which is really good because that's about double what we made the last week before. So that's good news. I'm kind of hoping to be making at least $150 every week. I know we have to be a little more realistic now that summer slowdown is in effect, but we only have a few more months before back to school shopping starts. And I'm, of course, looking forward to that. All right, well, I hope you guys had a really good week of sales as well, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.